Alright people, welcome back to a brand new show. Let's get straight into it. So it seems like Rygin King got detained by ICE. Boy, it does look away. Rygin King then now on wheelchair people. We all remember an incident that took place while he was in Jamaica, hence why he left and went to America. But to see how ICE detain him, and we all know say if you living the rest of your life in our wheelchair, it must be difficult and thing, but if we go through another thing like this, it must be very frustrating for Rygin King. When the same thing like Squash is detained also. So it seems like it mind them might get serious upon all the people them were not really originated from America, cause our Jamaican people feel it. And if you're in public eye, them are go quick for run your file and thing. You get what me I say people, cause these are entertainment artists, chroniclers, same thing. So we all know what go on and see say yo, Jamaican artists have to just be careful of themselves when them they America. Make sure say yo, them just keep round, them just stay with positive people, cause them probably I watch them surrounding and see who them a hang out around, cause I saw people, I saw first get to work, but I just know open person are not serious and it will get let go and thing. But I don't know how them thing they go. Still you get what me I say people, call that a eye still, but it was just hope and pray and wish that nothing serious happened to Rygin King, cause bad artists. We all know say a Jamaican just like all of we, so we don't like see another one like we in a serious situation. Nah sir, we have for us when negative thing happen we come together and pray, and them thing there when positive happen we come together and rejoice and pray same way. You see me people? Alright people, we have two videos where two different type of personalities, but two different podcasts I talk about Alkaline concert, but saying basically why Alkaline is a better and bigger artist than what most people that say who around the place right now, which is Vibes Cartel. So at first we have Jeffrey and Let's Be Honest podcast where he's speaking and saying yo, Alkaline sold out the Barclays without any prison vibes back at that, in terms of people haven't seen an artist perform in many years, especially Vibes Cartel 13 years. I've not seen him for so many years, so haven't heard the song being performed by him on stage, so them probably are gonna give out a bigger turnout, bigger push. You don't know, so understand that Jeffrey is talking on basically what everybody supposed to know, that Vibes Cartel did bring the swag the push of being in prison and things. So Alkaline did sell out the Barclays. He got the key to the city and Jeffrey basically say yo, this means say yo, him is more than a competitor than most of the artists would basically say, because in a day them would say Alkaline did it on his own. He never get no push from a big artist, big entity or whatever might be the case. You get what me I say? So right now, seeing that Alkaline have an album released and thing, just released and thing, people are really excited for now say he dog shell down there, so and now him have an album where I go drop and it a go shell the place supposedly. So right now we are going to play the Jeffrey and make on the hear what I must say, cause we see say Jeffrey is a big Alkaline fan, and basically I don't know why most artists don't come on Jeffrey don't fall upon Jeffrey's show. Maybe because of the question then when him basically I got asked, and I remember the Shenseea situation when Shinsia did attack this, when him did attack this and that about Shinsia, and when she fall upon the Dark podcast, it had different vibes, a different energy, different even questions and things. So it was kind of surprising to see how that's why people don't really take him serious, but gimmicks him deal with people will basically assess. So this is what Jeffrey have to say about Alkaline concert.
No. Alka sold out the Barclays, and we have enough to talk about, but we're congratulating for a round of applause.
Big deal, bro.
It's a big deal.
Very, very big deal.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal. You see me? And I'm going to say, Alkaline is now the first dancehall artist to follow the Barclays that's never been to jail.
Yeah.
No, I see enough people, I make a comment there, somebody has say, yo, think it's an offense. No, bro. And we're not, you don't give a fuck, you know. Because I carry belly for the interview, I just carry the belly for the interview. When the baby born, the baby just born.
What's wrong with that?
You understand? But
and what about it?
Cartel is cartel. I'm a don't want to really talk about cartel right now, because we are congratulating Alka. But let's just do this, never been to jail thing. Two artists do arenas of this magnitude. Right? And sell it out. And it's Bojo and it's Vybz Kartel. The two things that them have in common is that they had spent time behind bars. So it has to be a stat that we have other big artists there road and they never do an arena. But the two man them do arena go behind bars. Somebody might comment and say, I'm to Bunty. I can't give Bunty. Bunty was a headliner of a stage show.
Yeah.
You have Massic up on the show, you have Moval up on the show. Who's up on the show? Somebody step on the show. I think I three of them. But regardless, you have Giants on the show as well. You understand? So the prison thing, I don't want to look upon it as prison. Look upon it as time away from America. Because if Popcorn go Barclays right now, it's go full. Yeah. Because he's never been there. It's a part of a movie. So that's why when we say prison, I bet I would say who never spend more than 8 years or 10 years away from America and then because something. Because Buju, I think Buju like 10 years as well.
Yeah.
They're about from America. So at that way I say, when I make it about the prison, but the prison actually help it too because it gives it a better story. Never, the Marlies them never do it. I don't think, I know Sean Paul done enough arenas, but I don't think he never did the Barclays.
I don't think he's done the Barclays, not to my knowledge.
He did the Barclays somewhere in Europe, but not the Barclays, yeah. You see me? So it's just a run up a fucking plaster, Alka, bro.
Up next we have Irish and China speak on Vybz Kartel compared to Alkaline compared to Vybz Kartel concert where he said Alkaline did it with less artists, Vybz Kartel had more artists present. You don't know many artists performed at Vybz Kartel concerts and basically it had more push, they must say, Irish and Chin, because he's a man way in at the music industry, so he know exactly everything when tweaking of. He say more names to a concert will push different fan base, so we get more ticket sales, and said that Alkaline did it with less artists, less big names, and basically he did him own thing and make sure say him sell out the crowd, him sell out the place himself without no big name back at. If you don't know, say, cause we had Spice, he had Busta Rhymes at one point, he had big top celebrity artists. But I feel like Vybz Kartel make sure for do that for show say the support and love he has outside of his Gaza fan base, and make them know say yo, him have a big big support of other artists, so him can get more collabs and things. That is how it is in international music. You have to collab with foreign artists to get a push from the other artists fan base, and Vybz Kartel don't see that. So right now basically that Vybz Kartel I do while Alkaline I push it and make him know say I do it by himself. Alkaline have collabs, yes, but I don't think Alkaline have some big collabs like Vybz Kartel would have probably have. Kind of last big collab Vybz Kartel get was with Travis Scott. You get what me I say?
So much to talk about when you speak about Alkaline, and I think that people are just scratching the surface with him and not really looking at what he's bringing to the table. He has basically changed the whole trajectory of how you become a star, and he has opened the door of possibilities. So artists no longer have to travel that traditional route and do what the artists before them did to get to the same destination, because Alkaline now has shown the industry that there's other ways to do it, right? And clearly when you look at his career and how he went about things, you can clearly say that he's a one-off, right? And then on top of him being a one-off, he makes one of the biggest statements that I can, point out, right? That I like, wow, right? He not only sold out the Barclays, but he sold it out by himself, right? And he also sold it out with limited artists on the event.
And that,
right?
And that's
I want you guys to look at that as a statement. You understand what I'm saying, Drew? Yeah. Right? It's like limited artists at that show performing. It's almost like he, and again, I'm not speaking for him, I'm talking from my perspective. It's almost like he says, yo, I got here. I'm gonna live this moment by myself. I'm not living this moment with other artists. I'm living this moment by myself because I worked hard by myself to get here. So him being on that stage by himself, right, says to me that, yo, I'm celebrating my journey by myself.
And then to do it well. And not only to do it, but then to do it well.
And then to do it well. So it's a huge statement because most artists would have had some of the popular names run out to help them entertain the audience, through that 2-hour, 3-hour show. Mm-hmm. He had Cranium, but then again, if you also read into that the way I'm reading into that, Cranium is not part of the quote-unquote popular artists. Yeah. The statements that he's making in he seems to be a very calculated artist, is what I'm saying. Like, Alkaline is one of the biggest artists right now.
Definitely.
And I don't think that people are realizing the impact that he's been making. He's done something that not only did people think that he couldn't do it, but he did it without following the traditional road that every other artist has followed to get to that point. And that's what I think is so significant. So while we celebrate Alkaline, right? And, we all are cheering that this is a good thing for dancehall, which it is, right? And, Alkaline sold out. We also got to celebrate and kind of really look at the approach that he took to understand that indeed he's a living testimony of his whole new rules mantra. I like to look at the things that nobody else seems to be looking at, or very few people are looking at. He has broken the traditional mold of how you get from, the start line to the finish line. He wasn't introduced by another artist. He doesn't come from any camp of artists, right? He had a brief spell with Movado and Jamil, but I don't count that as adding to his thing, right? This artist totally did his whole journey by himself with absolutely no affiliates. He also challenges that whole concept of you can't manipulate the industry from foreign. So that's another thing. There's so much things when you look at Alkaline to talk about. The fact that he's not aligned with any artist or any artist camp. The fact that he left Jamaica and still able to manipulate the dancehall space from Florida or wherever it is that he is, right, is remarkable. The fact that he was able to build this cult following is absolutely remarkable. And then now take all of that to the stage. I saw a picture of him that they took out of at the Barclays 10 years ago. He's standing in front of the Barclays. Wow. Right? As a young artist, 10 years ago, he's standing in front of the Barclays, and 10 years later, he sells out the Barclays. Yeah. His journey is crazy.